down in coverage. It's truly remarkable. We're going to run out of adjectives to describe this guy. I firmly believe that. But Field, what did you make of Hunter's workout today?
First of all, Laura, it was great to see him out there running routes alongside Shedeur Sanders because, of course, if there's a single player in the draft who has nothing to prove, it is Travis Hunter. Hyperbole is a word that we use often during the pre-draft process because there's a lot of it. I'm not sure we can exaggerate the brilliance of Travis Hunter. I have not seen this player in person previously. There are no pads on, but the way that he moves is unlike any other athlete that I have ever seen. Smooth, sudden, running routes. By the way, he went no gloves today and had no problem catching the football from Shedeur Sanders. It's all effortless here from Travis Hunter. We can debate whether he belongs at wide receiver or corner until April 24th arrives, and then for the next 4 months after that. The bottom line is, based off what we saw at wide receiver today, he merits #1 player in the draft consideration, even if he never takes a snap as a defensive back in the NFL.
Yeah, it's hard to really describe the kind of athlete that he is. Look, I got to play with Deion Sanders. I was in Washington when we had Champ Bailey. I got to play with Charles Woodson. So those are 3 guys right there, or rather, yeah, all 3 of them plus Travis Hunter are all dual threat guys, or all 4 of them are two-way players. Travis is probably the most fluid of them all, is the guy who has the most gracefulness of them all. And honestly, look, his hand-eye coordination is something that just can't be taught. There's nothing that you can do in order to develop the kind of hand-eye coordination this guy has. And when you watch him, you understand that you're looking at someone that has just uniquely been blessed by a higher power than any of us can really understand. And that's not being hyperbolic about it. That's just being honest. And I've seen these other guys up close and personal and played with them. He moves differently than all of them, and that's why really you have to consider. That's why Deion says that he is him.
Yeah, I mean, Dan, the interesting thing, and Travis would tell you, he fully expects to play on both sides of the ball at the next level. In your mind, though, is he a two-way player in the NFL?
Oh, there's no question about it, but he would be the starting wide receiver point for me. I think this young man's receiver skill set-wise is like Larry Fitzgerald and Justin Jefferson together. Lou is talking about the hand-eye, the ball, the ability to go track the football, the body control that we've become accustomed to with Larry Fitzgerald, the way that he can make contested catches, the way that he is so smooth in his routes. And then when he gets into his hands, it's those long strides of Jefferson. I know there's the receiver DB thing. The way I look at it is this. When I watch his tape, there's no way that you could tell me I don't want to force the ball to him 12 times a game. I just want to get the ball in his hands 12 times a game.
Interesting.
As a defensive back, I could take you out of games at sometimes. You know, just the way that I can formation and run it and whatnot. And so I think there's packages of, hey, we're playing man coverage. Go play some man coverage. But he'd play wide receiver for me, and I'd get him the ball 12 times a game minimum.
See, Dan, that's fascinating because most teams I've talked to do see him as a cornerback first. The Browns are an anomaly. If they take him 2, they see him as a wide receiver. But multiple execs have pointed this out, that he could be a top 10 to 15 wide receiver, but he will be the very best cornerback in the NFL in 2 to 3 years if he focuses on that position. Now, teams are trying to figure out, okay, if you draft him at corner, we would have a package for him at the very least on offense to figure that out, but they're grappling with how to do that logistically because there's so many details in the NFL. Offensive, defensive meetings a lot of times are at the same time.
Formations, shifts,
on a Wednesday.
motions, routes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of detail.
It's really tough.
Not that there isn't on defense, but
I will say he is fully committed not only on the physical side but the mental side. He thinks he's capable of that. So we'll see.
Defined showcase here in Boulder, Colorado, and the man who was instrumental in this taking part is, of course, Deion Sanders, head coach of Colorado football. Coach Prime, you look around this area right now, and this is the epicenter of the football world.
Well, we're thankful. We're appreciative. We're not fine. We wanted to spotlight our seniors and the guys that are selected to go to the draft, and we've done a great job of it. It's unbelievable, and all the teams are represented.
How would you describe this atmosphere? You mentioned 32 teams here.
Electric, but we have an expectation of that, man. Like our kids they're happy. They're elated to put on for the teams, and they've done a great job thus far.
Coach, you've been a part of this game for so long in many different facets. As a player, as a coach, as a media member. What has been your advice to all the guys here? How have you coached them through this pre-draft run? What have you told them to really focus on? Because the further you get away from football, stuff can get crazy, right?
Yeah, but moments, man. We're sitting up here because all of us maximize moments, which catapulted us to this opportunity. maximize your moments because opportunities are far and slim. And when you maximize it, you get that opportunity to go to the next level. And some of our guys are doing a tremendous job of that.
The last time you guys played a football game was December 28th. It's been a while since America has seen your son Shedeur throw a football. Speaking of maximizing moments, have you given him any advice as he's about to throw in about 30, 45 minutes from right now?
Shedeur is a dog, man. Shedeur is him. Shedeur is cool, calm, collected, but like always under control. Don't get too emotional. He don't get high. He don't get low. He got 4 dogs he getting ready to throw to. Got draftable guys that's going to get drafted. And he's going to have some fun. And I can't wait to see it. I really can't.
One of the things we were just talking about off air, and a lot of people are talking about, is like, where does Travis start when he gets to the NFL?
Yeah.
What position does he start at? And you made a great point about, look, there's no question I would make sure he plays both.
Right.
You would be doing yourself a disservice and doing the kid a disservice if you were playing on both sides of the ball. But you made an interesting point about, look, when the first team meeting is over and you break down into individual groups, where would you send him first?
I would send him with the offense.
Yep.
Because the offense is harder to digest, it's harder to understand. Defensively, he's probably going to be a man most of the time, cover 3, cover 4, 2, whatever. That's easy. That's very simplistic for him. But getting the understanding of the offense and the checks and timing with the quarterback and that relationship, that's where he should go first.
Everybody, of course, your son being a top quarterback prospect in the draft, and you're his coach, but you're his father too. What's the process been like in terms of giving him advice about not paying attention to what everybody is saying about his status?
I don't need to give him advice at this point, man. Come on, he's been bred for this. He's been trained for this. He's a Darren Sanders. That comes with ridicule and ignorance and adolescence comes with that. But we're built for this. If it's anybody built for this moment, built to go to a team that's really not good and take it to the next level, it's him. And the 2 best qualified players to go to organizations or franchises and adapt and make sure they're successful is he and Travis Hunter. They've done it.
You see Shiloh there on the camera as well.
My dog ran a 4.5.
Yeah, he ran good today.
I saw him come up on here. What'd you say? What did he say to you?
If he ran a 4.4, he was going to get a car.
What kind of car?
That was the deal, wasn't it?
Choice. That was the deal.
Yeah.
So he ran a 4.5 too. You're not getting the car, but I'm proud of him.
What you want to get him now instead?
It's much cheaper. Much cheaper.
Yeah, we saw Travis a couple minutes ago warming up on the field. For somebody who has done it, and Shedeur, of course, has checked all the boxes as well. But some people are saying, why bother come out here and catch passes from Shedeur for one last time? Did you have any message to him about what the value might be?
Those guys have a relationship, not just, I'm talking about Jimmy, Will, LaJonte. Those guys are family, man. Like, you understand what they've built and what they've established. Like, they are dogs together. And they want to do it. They want to run the band back one more time, one more song. Let's play this song one more time. Let's play this beat one more time. And I love it, man. So they're really here for each other. I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, next 3 of us.
You know what? What's next? What's next, Dion, for Colorado football? What's next? What do you want to get done next here as you continue to build this thing back into the national power that it used to be at one time?
I want to consistently bring in these players that can take us to the next level, that can be at showcases like this doing the doggone thing. We want to consistently do that, not just at the skill positions, but at the defensive line, the offensive line positions, the tight end positions, all those positions that they wouldn't think that we have our hands on, and we do.
Yeah.
There are, of course, all 32 teams here, but 3 at the top.
It better be.
There are.
It better be.
That part's confirmed. All
That's
32 are here, but at the very top, you got 3 teams in Tennessee, Cleveland, and New York, the Giants, who all need a quarterback in this year's draft class. I'm sure there's been some questions asked to you from members of that organization. What are they most interested in finding out?
They've done all their homework. They just want to see them get down today.
Have you ever seen an owner on a pro day before? That's a first for me.
It's the first for me. I haven't really been to these pro days, but I'm happy. I'm excited. We don't have no preference of which team, but I'm excited. We already won, man.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We coming from HBCU.
Yeah.
We coming from Jackson.
Yeah.
We've already won.
See, you need to go ahead and pull out that whole "do I look stressed" thing that you did to the media the other day. You know that got me.
I gotta put the shades off. I gotta put the shades off on them.
You know what I mean? But we were talking earlier as well, though, about not every team is a great fit.
Right.
They just aren't. So
they're not.
You know your son better than anybody.
Yes,
You've
I
been
do.
with him. I mean, clearly. What do you think Shedeur needs in order for an organization to get the best out of him? What kind of, if you were, they should be asking you
They
those
need
questions.
a relationship. They need someone that is not afraid to communicate with a young man to understand what he sees.
Right.
This is not a fool. This man has seen everything.
Yeah.
So you got to understand and be keen to what he sees as well, not just what you see.
Right.
You got to see this thing from both sides.
Right.
Because he's going to elevate your program or your franchise if you guys can see things together.
Right. Right.
And it does seem like throughout this process, people are connecting him to certain teams. And one of the questions, you just sort of touched on this a little bit, but hey, is how much does the father, Deion Sanders, want to be involved in where his son lands?
What would I be involved for?
Like,
This is my show. I got this. I'm the band director here. I'm good. I'm straight. I keep telling everybody I'm good here. They didn't believe me, so we had to ink it. So I'm good. I ain't going nowhere.
Well, it has been an incredible atmosphere here in Boulder, Colorado for the Ain't Hard to Find showcase here. We got a lot of Buffaloes working out, and I'm telling you, a who's who of NFL personnel that are here. We immensely appreciate you joining us here on SportsCenter.
I got us in with this. I like these colors, though. Don't you like these colors?
Great. You look great on you. I'm trying to get some
I
gear
like
on the
these
way
colors.
out.
Wink.
I like these colors.
Yeah.